My name is Brian Guess, and I'm an Associate Professor of Chemistry at Furman University. This past semester I taught an Introductory Organic Chemistry for Non-Majors course, which carries Natural Environment credit at Furman, which requires students to do some extra out-of-class work on projects related to humans in the natural environment. In my class, one of the assignments is for students to collaboratively create an essay on a topic of environmental interest. And I chose to use Microsoft Teams as a program to facilitate students' out-of-class collaboration and teamwork efforts. I did this in part because in past iterations of this class, I had reports from students that the biggest challenge associated with this project was meeting together outside of class and effectively collaborating. Teams is a component of Microsoft Office that has a lot of nice features that can facilitate student collaboration and teamwork. All in one program is the ability for students to chat with each other, to plan meetings, to organize files, to write collaboratively, and to communicate with the instructor in the course. And I have two examples of interfaces between student and faculty in the program that will illustrate some of these components. Over here we have a screenshot capture of what one of the chat functions looks like inside of Microsoft Teams. And here you can see both students communicating with each other about plans and submissions that they've made in the course, and also my ability to also chat with them as part of the conversation. On the next slide, I have an example of what one of the document submission interfaces look like. This is a screenshot that shows students having uploaded a variety of documents, and they're viewable by all the students in their team, and they're also viewable and editable by faculty members such as myself who can follow their progress through the process throughout the entire semester. I thought one of the particular advantages of using Teams was that all of the aspects necessary for collaboration were in one place, and students were quite successful in using Teams. We had 7 project teams this past semester. All 7 of them effectively navigated the Teams environment and successfully submitted their final written effort at the end of the semester. Our major challenge, however, was one that I anticipated might be an issue at the beginning of the project, and indeed for some students was an issue throughout the project, and that is that students were not very familiar with the Teams interface at the beginning of the semester, and so it took a little bit of time to train them. And all of the components of Teams, such as this file sharing component, is also possible to do using other programs. And so many students were more familiar with group planning using a function called GroupMe. They were used to using texting to communicate with each other for instance, planning activities. And they already had access to things like Dropbox and Box for sharing files collaboratively and using Google Docs for editing files collaboratively. So some students struggled with having to learn a new platform to accomplish all these tasks that they were already used to using with other platforms. But all students ultimately were successful at adapting to this new platform and successfully completing the assignment. And so I found it to be particularly effective because unlike the piecemeal approach that I described before with lots of different apps working together, the faculty member can interact with the students directly in all aspects of the project from within Teams. And I found that to be a particularly satisfying feature of this program, especially as I tried to guide their projects to completion throughout the semester. Thank you.